Just off I-70 on the east side of town. We're at Kauffman Stadium in Kansas City. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the American League's Houston Astros and the Kansas City Royals. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next. Ian Kennedy, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last three starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Here's Cameron Maben now, and we are ready for some daytime baseball. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Driven down the left field line. Will it stay fair? No, a little too much hook on it there. It's a foul ball. Here's the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Kennedy has pitched his way to over 1,600 innings of work at the big league level. And over those innings, he's collected over 1,500 strikeouts. Lays off that time, and it's 1-2. Had some rain here late last night, but no thunderstorms in the forecast today. Game time temperature 89 degrees. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike three. Now here's a look at the Astros starting lineup. D-Row, tell us about this lineup as they try to force a rubber match in the series.
Yeah, Matty, you take a look up and down this lineup. One thing jumps out. A lot of guys with some quality batting averages. They find themselves in the top third of the league in batting average, and that usually bodes well. As the season gets long, if you can keep your approach, usually leads to winning games.
Next up for the Stros, Jose Reyes. He'll swing it from the left side right here.
This is somewhat of a cause for concern. This guy needs to hit better left-handed against right-handed pitching.
And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Dan, this is an offensive player's dream to have Carl Dixon behind the dish. He is tight on the corner.
He is, D-Row, and listen, he makes you bring the ball into the strike zone. Normally, high scoring of games when Carl's behind the dish.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. A fastball right over the outside corner.
If I'm the guy in the batter's box right here, I have to take a step out, adjust my batting gloves, take the pull side out of it, because that was 3 fastballs in a row.
Checked his swing there, and did he go? No, he did not, says the third base umpire. Ball 2. And this will miss down low in the dirt, so he's worked it full now at 3-2.
That pitch was way down on 2-2, but give the hitter some credit there. Sometimes with 2 strikes, you're more apt to expand the strike zone, but he didn't and held off on that one that wasn't even close.
Kane comes on now and makes the catch in shallow center for round number 2. In now, Carlos Correa. First delivery to him on the way. Correa, left field and carrying well. Gone! It's a solo shot here for Carlos Correa. Home run number 9 on the year, and the Astros take a 1-0 lead.
When that pitch was grooved right down Main Street, he couldn't believe it. He started salivating when he saw it, but stayed back enough to put a great swing on it.
Here's George Springer.
Designated hitter, George.
As he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. Kennedy, 33 years old. He was selected in the first round during the first-year player draft of 2006.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
The 1-1 home. Hit in the air out toward left. Cabrera's there, and that ends the inning. Astros off and running on the solo homer. Home half of the first coming up in KC, and Houston's off to an early 1-0 lead. Lance McCullers, a right-hander from Florida, gets the ball as the starter here. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
One of the things that jumps out if you look at that stat sheet, a very high whip coming into this start. One of the things he's going to have to do a much better job, keep traffic off the bases, keep the walks down, try to limit the amount of hits. He's had a rough go of that so far this year. Let's see if he can turn it around in this one.
Fellas, taking a look at these Astros entering play here this afternoon. They come into this one in decent form, as despite the loss last time out, they've won 6 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now, and this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
A chance now from the K to have a look at the starting 9 for these Royals. Who are you focused on, Dan Plesac?
Well, look out for Lorenzo Cain as this game moves along. He's on a nice stretch. That's 3 home runs in his last 10 games. He's swinging the bat really well right now, and by watching his mannerisms in the box, he just looks comfortable in the plate. He's in some kind of a groove.
First pitch of the at-bat. And a neck-high fastball that time. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Ball and a strike. A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2. Down the third baseline. Well, this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Fouled away.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
Count even at 2-2. Swing and a miss as he ran that 2-seamer right by him for the second out.
One thing to know is not all strikeouts are created equal. Right there, he goes down on strikes, but he really made that guy on the mound work for it. And when you're doing that in the first inning, it can have an effect on how deep he's going to be able to go into this start. There's a big difference between that and going down on 3 or 4 pitches.
And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. The windup and the 0-1. Takes a fastball on the inside corner.
You know that nasty changeup's lurking right here. If I'm in the batter's box, I have to tell myself to stay back. I have to take pull side out of the equation, or that changeup's going to beat me.
And Reyes will put this one away, and the side is retired. It's quite possible the humidity has finally taken its toll on some of the fans. More of the show, Saturday Baseball, after this. Stepping in is Josh Reddick, and there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First pitch on its way, and this is fouled at the plate. Hard hit and deep toward the right field line. And he's going to kick off the second with extra bases. And he is into second base with a leadoff double.
When you heard the crack of the bat, you just knew that was going to get down for an extra base hit. Great way to start an inning, that's for sure.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. He went deep in the contest last night. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball one. Reddick leads off second with nobody out. It's 2-0 to Marwin Gonzalez. Bouncer to the left side. Torres is there. Throws in time, and that's out number one. Evan Gaddis now standing in. Previous history with Ian Kennedy. He's gone 3 for 4. He also has 1 home run. First pitch coming. Here it is. And that one stayed too low apparently. 1 out and a runner on second base. Ball and a strike. Gaddis, an imposing right-handed figure at 6'4" tall. He was selected in the 23rd round back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Now the 2-1 pitch. Hit to short. Torres comes up with it. And that's the second out. Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. The 1-0 is in off the plate. 2 out here and a runner at second. Hard hit ball to second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as the in is Jorge Soler, and he's hoping to get things going at the plate. It's been a bit of a struggle for him in recent games. Squared that one up just a little late.
You could tell he was guessing right there, and he certainly wasn't guessing changeup. That pitch was in his wheelhouse, and he was late.
And here's a ball hit in the air, but this will land out there just foul. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
Time for a look at the Houston Astros on D. Hey, let's focus on Cameron Maybin in the outfield. One of the more dynamic outfielders in our sport. He's able to cover a ton of ground, gap to gap. I almost feel like he's playing left center to right center. He's not playing center field. He's got it all covered, bailing the other guys out, and not shabby with the offensive tool either.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. Now to the plate, Jorge Bonifacio, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. 0-1 the count. 0-1 count. Here it comes. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Through first and hustling for second. And he'll make it to second base now with 2 gone.
Everyone knows that this guy's numbers are not where he wants them to be so far this year, but you never know by that swing. He looked fluid and confident, driving that pitch for a double. We'll see if that gets him going a bit.
Lays off 1-0. The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. 1-1. Fouled off. Bonifacio at second with 2 down. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Danger averted following the 2-out double. More from the show. Saturday baseball following this message. And welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from KC as we get you a nice shot of downtown there. So stepping in, James Story. He'll lead things off here in this 1-run contest. First pitch of the at-bat. Almost a worm burner as he misses on a low fastball. Ball 1. The 1-0 home. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Looking up is Soler. Out of here into the visitors' bullpen. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. Home run number 5 on the year, and the Astros have taken a 2-0 lead.
Well, in just a little more than 2 innings of work, he's given up 2 homers. Could be just one of those games for him. We'll see how much rope they give him. It's definitely getting shorter at the moment.
Center fielder number 3.
Stepping in now, Cameron Maybin.
He swings and sends it in the air to right center field.
And he reaches up to track this one down for the first out, and he had to go a long way to get to that ball. So with 1 gone in the inning, time for a check of the American League Central standings as you see where the Royals sit entering play today. Ready for another chance? Jose Reyes, 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First pitch on its way. And a breaking ball stays outside. Now the 1-0 is a changeup that drops below the knees for a ball. The 2-0 on the way. 3-0 now.
A great case of a manager sticking up for his pitcher right there and giving that umpire an earful. He didn't get that pitch called the way he wanted it to, but the manager's planting a seed in that umpire's mind to try to expand the strike zone so some of those borderline pitches start to go his pitcher's way.
Riding in once again, Carlos Correa. He got a hold of one and went yard in his first appearance in this one.
It'll be interesting to see if they use that changeup in this at-bat. That last at-bat, that was a changeup he hit for a home run. I'm going to see if this time they don't go to more fastballs and curveballs.
Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0.
Boy, this is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like this. 2-0 count. We'll see right here if he lays one in there to give him a pitch to swing at.
Oh, no. That screaming comebacker nailed him. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
Hey, they weren't going to keep this guy down for long. That's the ebbs and flows of the baseball season. Bottom line is this guy has bat-to-ball skills. You knew he was going to get hot eventually.
So here's the Astros cleanup hitter, George Springer. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. A little bouncer, but it gets foul. The 0-1 pitch. Chopped weakly to the left. Reined in. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Astros get a run here courtesy of the solo homer. We played 2.5. It's now 2-0 Houston. And that brings in Hunter Dozier. And he's looking to turn things around. Ice cold at the plate in recent action.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs. But it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Oh, and here's a fastball right down the middle of the plate that swung on and hit out to deep left field, and this one's not coming back. This is a long home run. Solo shot here to left. Home run number 2 for him on the year, and the Royals have cut the deficit now to 2-1.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Looking at a tough pitch called a strike. The windup and the 0-1. He's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. No outs, nobody on. A ball and 2 strikes to the Royals catcher.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Boy, there's nothing better from a pitcher standpoint than watching that high fastball, a high piece of cheese, swung at and missed. That pitch looks so inviting to hit, but it's awfully tough to put in play.
With Merrifield next to hit. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. The 1-0 home. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
I think it's safe to say he wasn't ready for the fastball.
Yeah, and they set him up with that curveball on the pitch before, and that one, they just blew right by him.
And they could go either way now, I suppose.
1 out, nobody on. Hit the other way out toward right field. On the move is Reddick. He gets there and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Digging in for his second at-bat, Ramon Torres. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat. And that one just missed outside. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And this is hit hard to the right side. Foul. Grounded down the third baseline, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. Hit back up the middle. Correa over to his left, and they will not get him at first as he's able to leg out the throw. In now is Lorenzo Cain. Flied out in his first at-bat, so making 0 for 1 so far. No balls and a strike to count. Here's the 0-1. Missed with a breaking ball.
You know he wants that on the mound, especially if it would have made the count 0-2. Didn't get it, though, so now you have to make another quality pitch on 1-1. Boy, there's another base hit, and this is just kind of like that gift that just keeps on giving, D-Roll. Both teams piling up the hits, and we're just in the 3rd inning.
Yeah, their ears were open on both sides during the pitchers' meeting today. Good plan at the plate, a lot of execution from the offensive side on both sides.
Jorge Soler is in for his second plate appearance as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And that'll get through into center field for a base hit. And they've come back to tie it up as it's now a 2-2 ball game.
You know, D-Roll, there are certain hitters that just love to come up and clutch 2-out RBI situations, and this guy certainly is one of those guys.
Yeah, they're able to slow the moment down. It's not for everybody. This guy has ice water in his veins, consistently coming through in big spots. Nice job right there to tie this one up.
Count even now at 1-1. Cain on second, Soler at first, 2 out in the inning. Here he comes again, 1-2, and he fouls this one off. From the belt, the pitch. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that's in there, base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roll. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%. Not trying to do too much. Able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
And he lays off for ball one.
Well, giving up hits is one thing, but judging by that last pitch, he doesn't have any consistency with this release point right now. He doesn't know where it's going, and he knows it.
To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. 3 runs already home here. And he strikes him out here, so he's able to stop the bleeding a bit as this side is retired. So they strike for 3 runs on 5 hits, no errors, and a couple of men left on. On now to the top of inning number 4. The Royals are on top 3-2. Leading off the inning, Josh Reddick, and they'll need him to get something going here. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. And he takes ball 1.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
Check swing, no swing, says the home plate umpire. Ball 2. And he started to go around there, and it'll cost him, as they say. He did swing the bat. It's 2-1. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field. So the Astros put a man aboard to get the inning underway.
Hey, pitchers, you better start taking notice of this guy. He better be circled on that lineup card because he's on fire. That's his 2nd hit of the ball game right there, and I don't see him stopping.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. Get him to chase the 0-2 fastball. It's 1-2. We're in the 4th. 3-2 is our score. Just a bit low. Tough call, but it's 2-2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
And this is into the alley and ought to be good for extra bases. Reddick rounds 3rd and is digging for the plate, and he's safe at the plate. We are knotted at 3.
Well, when you leave a pitch that high in the zone like that, you have to expect bad things to happen. So instead of a double play ball, he gives up a shot to the outfield, and that brings the runner all the way around from first to score.
Evan Gaddis now standing in as he rips it on the ground to second. Merrifield brings it in, and that's the first out.
Up next for the Astros.
Digging in to try it again, Yuli Gurriel. Here comes the first pitch. Swinging a ground ball to 3rd. And he's out at the plate as they cut him down trying to score. But he'll put this in his pocket and be content with just the 1 out.
Left fielder.
Trying to pick things up where he left off, James Story. He went deep in his first at-bat, and we'll see what he's got in store for us here.
Yeah, in his last at-bat, he hit a changeup out for a home run, so it'll be interesting this AB to see if they give him a steady diet of fastballs.
In there, a base hit. They've gotten their hits in deep counts. They've gotten their hits in early counts. This has been a real onslaught.
Yeah, you can look at it one of two ways, Matty. Either they have a ton of respect for the man on the mound and they are just going to ambush tactics and it seems to work for them, or you can look at it the other way. They're just getting low.
Too low, 1-0. 0 for 2 from him so far in this one. Astros center fielder ahead with a 2-0 count.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be aggressive. You can pretty much count on a pitcher. He's trying to get back in the strike zone. And with 2 guys on base right here, it's time to grip it and rip it.
Outside, 3-0 now. Jose Reyes would be next. Good lead off his second there. Now the pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And that is through into center field. A base hit. And he's in safely to third as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
The batter, number 14, second baseman, Jose Reyes.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Jose Reyes. 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Pulled toward right center field. Kane on the move. And that retires the side. So it's 2 runs on 4 base hits. No errors and a couple of men left on.
For the Royals.
Now at the plate, Brandon Moss looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Here comes the pitch to Moss. Not close. It's 2-0.
It's never advantageous to fall behind 2-0 as a pitcher, but if you're going to do it, it's far better to do it with a guy down in the bottom of the order. Time for a challenge fastball right here, though.
2-1 to the Royals' first baseman. Ready to deal. Here's the 2-1. High in the air out to center field. Maben is there. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Digging in now for Kansas City, Hunter Dozier. And he's off to a hot start in this one. Homered his first time around.
Yeah, that last at-bat, Daddy, he turned that fastball around. He didn't hit it a ton. He didn't hit it a country mile. But, hey, listen, a home run is a home run.
Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Next for the Royals.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jose Lobaton. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. And it's 1-1. The 1-1 home is swung on and missed, and that's strike 2.
Little hesitation right there by the batter. It was great execution by the pitcher down and away. But that looked like a late swing. Could have been sitting on something else.
The 1-2. Swung on and missed. He got him on strikes. KC down in order. Score holds at 4-3. Back with Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the Puerto Rican sensation and former #1 overall pick Carlos Correa gets set to start the inning. First pitch on its way. Into center field, line drive base hit. So there'll be a man aboard here to start out their half of the 5th.
Well, I think it's safe to say the ice has melted on this guy. He had been cold coming into this game, but that being his 3rd knock, I guarantee you my man's smiling on the inside.
Here's George Springer. As he'll watch one miss down and in for a ball. 1-0. No hits to this point. The 1-0 home is a fastball that misses.
We're starting to see a lot more balls from him now, and that's a direct result of him getting hit around pretty good. He's trying to do something different, and it's resulting in him not attacking the strike zone anymore.
Oh, and he leaves another pitch over the plate here. This one's sent high in the air out to deep left center field. And for the third time this afternoon, he has surrendered a home run. George Springer puts 2 on the board with that home run. And even 20 home runs for him now thus far. And it's now 6-3. Well, we've now seen 4 homers combined between these two clubs today. What are your thoughts, guys?
Matty V, this is kind of a mini home run derby, D-Roll. Ball flying out of the ballpark today.
Just great approaches by both lineups today. We were around the cage during batting practice. Both were super confident, and it's coming to fruition today.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. 2 hits and 2 trips for him thus far. The windup and the 0-1. Outside for a ball, 1-1.
When he's pitching effectively, usually that two-seam fastball is moving quite a bit, but here it's just kind of flat and straight. Could be a big part of the reason why he's getting knocked around.
Reddick behind the ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Line towards center field. And again, he's got himself a base hit. Make it 3 for 3.
Every game the pitcher gets the lineup card, he circles the guy that can't beat him. Well, obviously he didn't circle this guy. That's his 3rd knock of the game. He has been on fire lately.
Now here's Mike Scioscia making his way out toward the mound. And a change is forthcoming, as that'll be all for Ian Kennedy. Tom Kohler takes the ball here as he'll enter with a runner at first and nobody out. In now, Marwin Gonzalez.
He swings and sends a bullet to right field.
But this is right at him in right field as he hardly has to move to take it in for the first out.
Now batting, catcher, Evan Gattis.
Ready once again, Evan Gattis. His lifetime line against Tom Kohler. He's a .375 hitter. He's also gone down on strikes 5 times. First delivery to him on the way. Liner in there for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You don't see too many curveballs that want to start in and stay in. That definitely backed up on the pitcher. He's lucky he only got away with a single right here.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Reddick at second. Gattis is over at first with 1 away. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. King is back to the warning track and he's able to put it away for the 2nd out. Throw back to second and they've got him doubled off and the inning is over. Astros leading off the inning with Merrifield as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. First pitch of the at-bat. A changeup that just nips the outside of the zone. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away.
Oh, man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he can make any adjustments.
Standing in now, Ramon Torres. As the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. In for a strike, it's 1-1. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. sent on the ground out to second. Right there is Reyes. And he'll whip this one over to first, and he gets his man for the second out.
The center fielder, number 6, Lorenzo Cain.
In now is Lorenzo Cain. 1 for 2 on his line so far in the game. Here comes the first pitch. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. 2 out, nobody on. Oh, this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
I'll tell you, if I'm on the hill, I'm throwing that changeup again. Didn't look like he picked it up very well out of his hand.
This one's down to third. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're still doubled up. It's 6-3. Digging in and looking for more, James Story. He singled his last time up.
James Story.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that one stayed too low, apparently. The 1-0. Is a fastball down below the knees. Now the 2-0. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
It'd be great right here if he was able to work himself on base. You got the leadoff hitter on deck, and you know the middle of the order is coming up right behind him.
Checks his swing, but this pitch is right there for strike 1. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Here's Cameron Maybin now. His lifetime line against Tom Kohler. He's batting at a .385 clip. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball just below the knees, ball 1. The 1-0 home is taken for ball 2.
Those were great takes right there. Those were pitches that a lot of guys normally swing at, but he took both of them and finds himself in a productive count leverage 2-0.
The 2-0. Too high. And it's 3-0. There's Jose Reyes. He waits on deck. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
3 of those pitches were definitely out of the zone, but that last pitch looked pretty darn good to me. You're not usually going to get many favorable calls on 3-0, though. You have to earn that spot.
Into the box, Jose Reyes, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. Story over at second. Maybin on at first with nobody out. In there, and it's even at 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line drive to center field. Cain is right there, 1 down. And the runner, not tagging, will retreat to second base.
The batter, number 1, shortstop, Carlos Correa.
Carlos Correa will stand in again, but first we'll flash you back to the very first inning of the ball game. And here you go, a solo home run that had him off and running early on. First pitch coming. Here it is. Is swung on and driven out to right center field. A ball that's well hit. Looking up is Kane. And get your groove on. It's into the party porch for a home run. So a 3-run shot to right center field. His second of the game, as it's now a 6-run ball game. George Springer will stand in again as we flash you back to the middle innings here. This was a big blow, a 2-run home run that really got his guys going. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss at a ball down. Still only 1 out in the inning. And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
Well, this inning pretty much has been one to forget for him, but he's still out there, and it's only going to get worse if he dwells on it and lets the frustration take over. Easier said than done, though.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. Grounder down the line at third. Backhanded. And there are 2 away now.
Now batting, right fielder, Josh Reddick.
Digging in to try it again, Josh Reddick. He's got 3 hits, including a double to this point. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Hit hard towards center. That gets down, and the inning continues. Didn't waste any time, like the first pitch he saw, to keep the inning going.
I mean, obviously this guy is built to play in the daytime. 4 for 4, you know he's seeing it good right now. These are the days that you remember for a long time.
Here's Marwin Gonzalez now. But right there is the second baseman, and that will retire the side. But 3 runs crossed for the Astros on this 3-run home run. Bottom of the 6th coming up. It's the Astros 9 and the Royals 3. In is Jorge Soler. He'll get it started in the Kansas City 6th.
This one doesn't look good so far. Down by a boatload as we enter the middle innings. It's about time they get something going. And the last thing you want to do is fall behind where you have to score a bunch in the 8th and 9th inning.
Hey, that's just a great pitch right there. Fastball at the bottom of the zone, right under the knee. It's interesting. I was a low ball hitter, so you could take the strike zone and go to the ground with it. I can live with that being called a strike. What I can't live with is above the belt getting popped.
And a heck of an effort that time, but the throw's too late, and that'll certainly be scored an infield single to lead off the inning. Hold on here, though. You can see the skipper heading out of the dugout now, so that very close, safe call might be challenged.
Here's another look at it now. I couldn't really tell when I saw it at full speed, and I'll tell you what, it's still not clear to me from that replay. We'll see if they decide to challenge it after they look at it from a few more angles.
And that's a thumbs up from the bench, so they will challenge the call on the field. So the umpires on replay duty in Manhattan will now review the play from all available angles in order to make the final decision.
The Astros are challenging the
Okay, we're going to get one more look at it right here. Is there enough video evidence to overturn this call? You know, I think there is. The shot right there makes it look like the ball beat him to first. Looks like a well-used challenge.
Okay, so it looks like the umpires are wrapping up their decision, and off comes the headset, and he's out. So the original call is overturned, and instead of having a base runner at first, the bases will now be empty.
overturned, and the batter
Leadoff man gone, and that brings up Melky Cabrera. And now a pitch on the way. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Story coming in, 2 down. Ready for another shot now. Jorge Bonifacio. A hit in 2 tries for him so far. Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a curveball right on the corner. Gets the fastball by him here, and he's in control. 0-2.
In today's game, if you're not disciplined for striking out, why would you change your approach with 2 strikes right here? Expect this guy to try and drive the baseball right here.
And he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends the inning. KC down in order. Still way back. It's 9-3. Back here at Kauffman Stadium here in Kansas City. It's on to the 7th now with the Astros on top in this one. And as the final warm-up tosses are thrown, let's get a look at our game summary through 6 innings. Evan Gattis now standing in, and he'll get us started in what's officially the back third of this one. First pitch coming. Here it is. Missed with a breaking ball. And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both the southpaw and a right-hander get loose. And the changeup is way low that time.
When you're down 6 on the mound, you got to at least throw strikes here.
Swung on and hit pretty well out to deep left field. A leap, but he can't rein it in. It's off the wall. And the Astros get something started right away. It's a leadoff double.
Now batting.
That's what good hitters do. You get a pitch you like and you just explode on it. He blasted that one over the left fielder's head for an easy double.
Now the Cuban import Yuli Gurriel, as he'll take a look at ball 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Popped him up. Merrifield will stay with it as he backs up and puts it away. 1 gone.
Now batting. Left fielder.
Striding in once again, James Story. Already 2 for 2. He'll look to add on right here. First delivery to him on the way, and it's fouled away. Good lead there at second. Here's the pitch.
Inside ball.
And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner. Right over the middle, knee high. The 1-2 is a wave and a miss. He struck him out.
Center fielder number 3.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Cameron Maybin. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. A decent lead at second. Here's the pitch. Fastball too high to start him out here. 1-0. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And he'll avoid the fragments out there to make the catch that ends the inning. Astros leave 1, but they lead it by a margin of 9-3. Ready once again, Brandon Moss. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame.
It doesn't look very promising so far in this one as we move into the later innings. Down by a bundle, it's time to get some base runners and hopefully a long ball to get them back into this one.
Tyler Clippard gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th.
Not a bad idea right there. Make this guy work and see if he can throw the ball over the plate. Throws the first pitch for a strike. They need to get some runners on base, and not a bad plan. Unfortunately, the pitcher came in with a strike on the first pitch.
Here comes the pitch to Moss. Got him swinging on the split-fingered pitch, and that's out number 1.
Looked to me like he had the right idea with the swing on that pitch, and he just didn't get the bat through the zone in time. The pitch was away. He let it get deep, maybe trying to take it the other way, but it got too deep and was by him by the time his barrel could get in the correct position.
And that brings in Hunter Dozier. Fouled away. A hit in 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. Started that swing a bit too early. The 1-2 is swung on and missed. Strike 3.
No problems for him on the mound since he's come out of the pen to start this inning. That's back-to-back Ks, and he's making it look pretty easy. This has the makings of a good outing so far.
Ready for another chance? Jose Lobaton. Been a strikeout victim twice in this one. Way in front of that fastball.
0-1.
And they go away here. It's a cold strike. 0-2. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. Way outside. 1-2. Now another 1-2. Got him. And that's the 3rd time we've written a K next to his name in this one. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More of the show. Saturday baseball after this. Digging in once again, Jose Reyes. He'll start us off in the 8th.
Jose Reyes.
First offering on its way. And there's one well above the zone for a ball. With this one almost in the books, the story was clearly the long ball. What are your thoughts on this offense, fellas?
Well, Matty V, I don't know what your thoughts are, D-Roll, but boy, when the weather starts to warm up and the ball starts jumping out like this, it's clear that the pitchers need to start making better pitches.
Yeah, just great approach. No one really chased today. Really stayed staunch on their ability to get that pitcher to come into the heart of the plate, and they did damage with it.
Good contact to start out the inning. Thought he might be on base with some sort of a hit, but it hung up there too long. Just unlucky that time.
Carlos Correa will stride in again, and before he takes his cuts here, we take you back to inning number 6. This was his 2nd home run of the ball game as he'll stand in here looking for number 3. The 1-0. Hit on the ground out to short. And into left field for a 1-out hit. Boy, and they have not been able to get him out. This is now a 5-hit ball game for him here. Those don't come along every day. Here's George Springer as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
If you're going to have success against some of the better hitters in the game, you got to get that pitch right there. 0-2, he's almost certainly out. 1-1, he's got a chance to really do some damage.
hard on the ground towards short. That's through. He's got a base hit, his second in this one. 2 for 5 now.
Now batting, right fielder,
striding in for Houston, Josh Reddick. It was a single for him in his last at bat. Reddick waiting, and now the pitch. Now this is chopped foul to home plate. It's 0-1. Ready with the 0-1. Missed with a slider. Correa on second. Springer at first. 1 gone. Spin and a throw back to second, and the runner back easily. One a fastball high. 2-1 now.
Got to believe the manager didn't have this in mind when he went to the bullpen. This reliever's got to step up right here. It's starting to tickle a little bit after getting hit around early.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. First and second now, 1 man out. Ground ball sent back up the middle. To second for 1. On to Moss, and they get the double play to get him out of the inning. With Merrifield next to hit. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck outside last inning. How did they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
The 0-1 delivery. Swings through it for strike number 2.
Pretty late with the swing there. As a pitcher, you have to recognize that and keep coming in with the hard stuff until he proves he can hit it.
And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon.
This has not been a weekend to remember for him. He's just been completely lost at the plate, flailing all over the place. Now that's his 6th strikeout of the series. They've really got him figured out.
And that misses, ball 1.
Well, he punched out the last guy, but he didn't get any favors from the blue on the first pitch in this at-bat. Probably should be ahead of this hitter instead of behind.
A ball and a strike.
Hey, nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
The count now at 2-1. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Fouled off. 3 runs, 6 hits, and no errors so far for the Royals. And another foul ball. And that's low, so a good eye there as he works the count back full.
These are the kind of ABs, regardless of the outcome. You go back to the dugout as an offensive player, and your teammates are loving on you for making that pitcher work and battling it out.
Lifted down the line in left. Story moving in. He's got it, and there are 2 down now. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Lorenzo Cain. He was a ground out victim last time up. A fastball here as he'll take a look at ball 1. 1-0.
Hey, I hope that call doesn't throw him off his game right here. He's been pitching one heck of a game, and I'd hate to see the umpire get in his head right now.
I think he held up in time, but that becomes moot as it's a called strike 2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. Still way back. It's 9-3. Digging in the switch hitter, Marwin Gonzalez. He'll start things off in the top of the 9th as they look for a little insurance. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Here we go with inning number 9 as the first pitch misses for ball 1.
Listen, I'm not trying to make up an excuse, but this is this guy's 5th inning of work in this game out of the bullpen. Are you kidding me? Nobody goes 5 innings anymore.
Bounce to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Trying to pick things up where he left off. Evan Gattis will try to follow up the double in his last at-bat with another big hit right here. First pitch of the at-bat. Hit on the ground out to short. Throw on to first takes care of him, and the top of the ninth is proving unfruitful thus far. 2 quick outs here. Now at the plate, Yuli Gurriel, struggling so far in this one and looking to erase his 0 for 4 ball game right here. And he lays off there, 1-0. Left side, Dozier picks it up. On to Moss at first, and the inning is over. Astros go down 1-2-3, but they lead it by a margin of 9-3. And now it'll be the cleanup spot for the Royals. Jorge Soler. He'll lead things off against the same reliever that finished off the last inning.
Well, you don't see in this day too many relievers going multiple innings. The guys have to earn that trust from their managers. We'll see how he handles it here.
Luke Gregerson will come on now to make his 30th appearance of the year so far. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike. Popped him up.
Brings it in, standing inside the coach's box for out number 1.
The left fielder, number 53.
Here's Melky Cabrera. His lifetime numbers against Gregerson. He has 9 base hits in 41 ABs. He's taken him deep once. And that misses for ball 1.
I don't know why in the world anybody would want to be an umpire. That manager has given this umpire an earful on a pitch that he thought was a strike, and he's certainly trying to defend his pitcher.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1 home. Slapped hard the opposite way. And this is going to find its way into left for a 1-out knock.
Love the ability to push that ball the other way right there. Nice knock to the opposite field. That's a switch hitter's delight, the ability to use all parts.
And that'll bring up Jorge Bonifacio. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
Well, this pitching staff has done a pretty good job right there. That's the 4th time he struck out, and we're only in the 2nd game of this series.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Moss. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Starts him out with a changeup off the plate for ball 1. 1-0 pitch on the way. Swings through the slider there.
He struggled quite a bit at the plate in this one, so until he shows he can put a good swing on the ball, I don't think they're going to give him anything straight that he can handle.
KC down to their final strike in this one. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Sharply hit ball back up the middle. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
Hey, listen, when you have a good sinker, you have to throw it, but he's going to have to get the ball much lower in the zone than that last one.
Yeah, from the offensive side, Dan, 2-seamer, pitcher, sinker baller, what have you. You're looking for that thing to pop out above the belt, and that's exactly what.
Maben is there, makes the catch, and the ball game is over.
Well, this game had its moments, but it got out of hand pretty quick. Always nice when you can coast to a 6-run win. Save your closer for another day and let everyone in on the action.
9-3 the final tally here in this one. The Houston Astros wrap up their 20th road win of the season. Lance McCullers earns win number 4 on the season. Ian Kennedy struggled and gets the loss after giving up 6 earned. So that'll just about do it for us this afternoon. Thanks to Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and the rest of our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. To find out more, head over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Astros. 9 runs on 17 hits. No errors. They left 10 men on base. For Kansas City, 3 runs on 8 hits. No errors. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 32 minutes. A reminder that Boyles Express buses for downtown, Crown Center, Midtown, Plaza, Brookside, and Waldo are available for 1 hour after the final out on Lancer Lane along the third base side of the stadium.
Just a few miles off the shores of Lake Michigan, we're at Miller Park in Milwaukee. Today, it's the second of this 3-game series between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Milwaukee Brewers. Milwaukee hope to put a lid on their 7-game losing streak. Coming up next. Johnny Amaya is on the mound for Game 2. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, you can't always judge a pitcher by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Now at the plate, Cesar Hernandez. He will lead this one off today. Dan Dero, these Brewers, as they begin play here this afternoon, they have not been playing all that well, to put it charitably, as they come into this one losers of 7 straight games.
Yeah, I get it, Matty. The team's on a moderate losing streak right now. Can't be happy with the way they've played, but they have to find a way to relax a little bit. Everybody goes through these little stretches, these little valleys throughout the course of a long season. This team should right itself, and it needs to start today.
Grounded up the first baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. Hit out towards second. And Walker's throw is in time for out number 1. Time now for a glance at the Phillies batting order in this one. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup and how they continue the winning streak.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been putting up a lot of runs lately, from top to bottom, just swinging the bat super nice, pass the baton mentality. Guys not trying to do too much, trusting in the teammates behind them.
And a ball, 1-0. And set up behind the dish is Woody Keller, as you see the rest of our umpiring crew there.
Woody Keller, this is my nightmare. He likes to call a pitch above the zone, above the belt. I know guys say those are the pitches that go deep, but I'm telling you, if you're calling that high strike, it opens up a lot of room for the pitcher.
I agree with you, Dero. That's a tough pitch to get on top of and to put it in play. So if you're a pitcher right now, try to elevate in that top part of that strike zone.
And there's out number 2.
Batting first, right fielder, Jason Worth.
Here's Jason Worth. And as you check out his righty-lefty splits, no surprise that he hits better against southpaws than he does against right-handers. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Low for ball 1.
1-0.
The 1-0. Line toward right center. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. So they get a 2-out base runner here following the base hit, and that leads us to check out the league leaders in team batting average. And you can see, in fact, that these guys currently lead the National League in that category, and in fact lead all of baseball as well. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He takes his first trip to the plate here, fresh off a 4-hit ball game a night ago. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Phillies strand 1. And now the Brewers will get their first cuts. No score. Aaron Nola gets the starting assignment for the Phillies. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, we're going to get a chance to look at one of the game's top strikeout pitchers. He's averaging over 11 strikeouts per 9 innings so far on the season. We'll know if he's on early by seeing a lot of swings and misses.
Dan Dero, these Phillies, as they begin play here today, all you can really say is they've been on one heck of a run.
Matty, this is the best team in baseball right now. I mean, just a double-digit winning streak that, I mean, maybe happens to 2 or 3 teams a year. You get this hot. This team is rocking in all facets right now, and they're a fun watch.
And with that, time to take a glance at the starting 9 for these Brewers. Dero, what's the key in trying to stop their opponent's winning streak?
Matty, you take a look at this lineup, and the one thing that jumps off the page is that they're last in hits in the league. You might be able to get through a long season with 2-3-run homers every now and then, but I'm telling you what, you have no chance of going to the postseason and waiting on a 3-run bomb, because you're facing nothing but 1s and 2s. If you're going to beat up the 3, 4, 5 guys in a rotation, you have to find a way to create more scoring opportunities against the 1s and 2s.
Counts even at 1-1 to Walker. 1-2 now.
All right, let's take a step back right here. He's down 1-2, 3 fastballs in a row. There is no way he's throwing him a 4th.
Swing and a looper to left. Williams has it in his sights, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Batting third.
Here's Ryan Braun now. Comes off an 0-for-4 in last night's ball game. First offering on its way. A fastball that just misses inside. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Lays off again, and it's 2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
2 balls and a strike to Braun.
He might want that pitch back, up and away. That's a pitch you can really drive if you have the right approach towards that opposite field gap.
2-2.
Boy, that's a tough pitch to take right there, right down the middle. But I think that happens when you're facing a good pitcher like this guy. The last thing you're expecting is one right down the pipe, and unfortunately, he let that one go, and he'd like to have that pitch back to take a good swing at that one.
Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. Now corrals it, and that ends the inning. Gone in order are the Brewers, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Digging in now for Philadelphia, Nick Williams. He begins this one with the 4th best batting average in the National League.
Nick Williams.
Here's the first pitch to him. Takes a good curveball at the knees. The windup and the 0-1. And he couldn't pull that one back as he clearly broke the plane to the plate, and that'll be ruled a strike. Into the corner and slicing foul. And a big cut at the breaking ball, but he comes up empty, and that's the first out.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And let's focus on Ryan Braun, one of the best players in our sport since he came out of the University of Miami. Can play outfield, great arm, covers a lot of ground, and hits right in the middle of the order with light tower power.
Broxton is there, 2 gone. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. They'll work on keeping this top of the second alive. First pitch of the at-bat. Takes a knee-high fastball.
Jumped ahead with strike 1 there, and that's something he's going to do a lot of in this start. He doesn't have lights-out stuff, so it's important for him to be pitching ahead and have the hitters on their heels.
And no swing, apparently. Ball 1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. Seared down the first baseline. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. And he gets ahead 0-1.
No ball. 1 strike.
0-1. Here it comes. Behind 0-2 now. Got him.
Time to take a look at the Philly D. And the guy manning shortstop today is J.P. Crawford. This guy, he doesn't have the quickest feet in the game, but he has unbelievable range, a strong arm, and very, very quick hands. And he is just the start of the new wave of the next line of great shortstops.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. A swing and a miss just out in front of that fastball.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Now you got to be frustrated if you're on the mound. You try and go elevated heater right there and blow some cheese by him, and he's able to scramble it and drive it the other way for a base hit. Nice job by the hitter to get the barrel to that baseball.
Next for Milwaukee, Stephen Vogt. And as you can see, he's had some troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. And this one's downstairs. It's a ball and a strike.
Wow, that was a decent breaking ball right there, but that's just a pitch that's a little easier to lay off of when you're opposite-handed, opposite bat. You could see the sweep of the ball coming right into you. That was a great take.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. And he's looking to turn the page. The bat's been ice cold over the last 8 or so ball games. A 1 pitch on its way. Way in front of that fastball.
Hey, down 0-2. He better be leery of this guy's nasty changeup. He has the ability to bury it down and away or down and in wherever he wants to. So you got to be on point with this one.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Milwaukee leads 1. We'll move to the 3rd with no score. Welcome back to Major League Baseball on the show from the home of the Brewers, Miller Park.
Leading off for Philadelphia.
Digging in the switch hitter, Freddie Galvis, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. And, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Looks like he was trying to bust him inside, and he might have held on to it just a little bit too long. Just like that, the leadoff man is aboard.
The pitcher, Aaron Nola, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here. Here comes the first pitch, and he pops up the bunt attempt. Only plays to first, so the pitcher does his job as it's a successful sacrifice.
Now batting.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Cesar Hernandez. 0 for 1 here in the early going. He's set and the pitch. Couldn't wait back, a swing and a miss. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1. One and one, here it comes. And a fastball there is inside as that one backed him up a bit.
Most good pitchers know that they have to work inside and sometimes even come off the plate to keep hitters from getting comfortable up there. I think that was part of the intent with that last pitch.
And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Galvis leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. Hit hard to the right side. And that'll get on through into right field for a base hit. And they won't risk it at third, so they're at the corners now with only 1 away.
Hey, after that hit right there, Dero, that extends his hitting streak to 6 games.
Yeah, no doubt about it. 6 days in a row with knocks will help you sleep better at night, Dan.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. This is pulled into right. And a base hit as the Phillies will strike first in this one. They lead it 1-0.
Boy, when teams are playing well like this team is on a nice little winning streak right here, they strike early in this one to keep the mojo working.
Yeah, Dan, from an offensive standpoint, everyone searches for confidence, and that's exactly what they have right now. Everyone contributing makes for a fun clubhouse.
Stepping in now, Jason Worth. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. A base hit in his first trip. Perhaps a little low there. It's 2-0. Runners are at first and second with 1 away. Now a spin and a throw back to second. Back in standing. And he'll turn and throw back to second again, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Two and 1 the count to Jason Worth.
In a double play situation, that's the location you want a guy to swing at. More than likely, he's going to beat it into the ground.
The 2-1 home is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike 2. Open to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he got him.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that
pitch. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Line towards center field. Broxton will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. Phillies get a couple of hits here, and it leads to 1 on the scoreboard. We'll head into the box now. Tyler Collins looking for better results than last night when he went 0 for 4 in that one. And that swung on and missed for strike 1.
Yeah, you attack the zone and get a swing and a miss that late on your first pitch fastball. Good chance he's coming right back with the same thing.
Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. The next 0-2. And another foul ball.
As a pitcher right there, do not be surprised if he throws the same exact pitch. He was lucky to foul that one off.
And this will be fouled away. Now another 0-2. And a curveball that time that broke too low.
I don't know if that was a great take or he got fooled. He's certainly trying to play it off like he knew what was coming. You could bet he'd be on alert for that curveball again.
The count now at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Turned on down the line, but a foul ball as it holds it 2-2.
Hey, he's got 4 foul balls in this AB right here. He's really making this pitcher grind for everything.
And he fouls this one off. Here's a drive out toward left center field. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
Now that's the way you answer. They're down 1-0 already, but he laces the double and puts himself into scoring position. That'll get the dugout fired up and excited to punch back.
Now a bunt attempt here. And he pops up the bunt attempt. But this will be a foul ball as he's behind 0-2 now. Here it comes on 0-2. Now a bunt attempt here. Galvis scoops it up. And you can't ask for much more out of a pitcher than that. The sacrifice works to perfection.
Well, when you're trying to move a guy up to third with a bunt, that's exactly how you want to do it. Make the third baseman field the ball. That way his only play is to first. That was very well executed.
Orlando Arcia is at the plate now, and he takes a cold strike. The 0-1. And it's fouled away. 0-2, here it is. And on 0-2, he misses with a fastball.
Boy, that was an awfully close pitch right there. I know if I'm on the mound, I want that pitch called a strike. That's one of those that could go either way.
Line to the right side. In to cut it off is Worth. It's a base hit. And the run will score from third as that ties things at 1.
Dan, that had to be missed execution right there. 2 strikes on the batter. You throw a breaking ball, but you leave it up a little bit for him to be able to drive it to the out.
No doubt about it, Dero. 2-strike breaking ball intended to be at the ankles or below, to even bounce it to get him to chase and swing. Too good of a pitch with a breaking ball with 2 strikes to this hitter.
So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Runners off for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And no throw, in fact, as he'll just hang on to it. Arcia, the runner at second with 1 away. Drilled right back up the middle. On to first, and there are 2 down. Digging in for his second at-bat, Ryan Braun. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First pitch on its way. And a foul tip held onto here at strike 1. Fastball called for strike 2. 50th pitch of the game on its way. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. The sights and sounds of a day at the ballpark. Oh, my goodness. More from the show. Saturday baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Up next will be Nick Williams. He'll try to get it going here to begin the 4th.
Fielder number 5, Nick Williams.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a check swing, but it's strike 1 anyway, says the home plate umpire. The windup and the 0-1. And a half swing here, but this is in there for a called strike 2.
When I see guys check swinging, they're not seeing the baseball. They're not picking it up. You got to take a step back. The only thing you tell yourself in this situation is do not move your head.
The 0-2 home. Missed with a breaking ball.
He still might be looking for that release point on that curveball early in this outing. That one looked like it popped out of his hand behind his ear instead of out front. We'll see if he finds that pitch because it'll be important for him.
Started to chase there. They'll appeal it down to third, and no swing. It's ball 2. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first down. Digging in to try it again, Andrew Knapp. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First delivery to him on the way. Hit on the ground to short. Garcia has it. And that's the second out.
The batter, number 2, shortstop.
Striding in once again, J.P. Crawford. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And the curveball is chopped foul right at the plate. It's strike 1. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. This is hit the other way out toward left field. Braun is right there. And he will put it away to retire the side. Phillies down in order. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. Will begin things here against Aaron Nola.
Travis Shaw.
4-1.
Swing and a miss, 1-1.
You know, that can really be an effective pitch to a guy that has a lot of pop. They're up there looking for a fastball up in the zone, so if you can place it a little above it, they have a hard time getting the barrel up there.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Here now the 2-2. A shot to second base and handled for the first out.
Now batting, first baseman.
Digging in now for the Brewers, Eric Thames. He reached on a single in his first try. He's ready. Here's the first offering. A high fastball is in there.
You know, Matty, when I first broke into the league, you wouldn't see that high heater first pitch right out of the gate. But I think there's been a change in philosophy here. Back in the late 90s, early 2000s, guys wanted to attack you more east-west, get you leaning left-right. Now you're seeing guys.
Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And off the batter's eye for a home run. An impressive shot to dead center field. So it's a solo shot to dead center. Home run number 16 for him on the year. And the Brewers take a 2-1 lead.
That's one of those pitches you wish you could take back as soon as it leaves your hand. But guess what? There are no delete or rewind buttons in baseball. That's a mistake, and it was a good job by his opponent to make him pay for it.
Stephen Vogt comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Vogt's in a hole, 0-2 to him.
Obviously not where he wanted that curveball to end up, but I guess it fooled him enough to get the swing and miss.
Fouled away.
Hey, I don't mind you throwing a fastball in this situation, but I think, if we're being honest with ourselves, that one caught a little bit too much of the plate.
And a fastball swung on and missed as he just reared back there. 2 away.
Now batting.
Standing in, Keon Broxton looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Ball 1. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
I'd be shocked if you saw anything else but a fastball right here. He's blown those first 2 by him. Don't give this guy a chance.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. But the Brewers get a run, and it comes here on the long ball. We played 4, 2-1 Milwaukee. Ready for another chance? Freddie Galvis. He was drilled by a pitch his last time up.
Freddie Galvis.
He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a neck-high fastball that time.
Hey, you think the game plan is to pitch this guy inside? They plunked him in the first at bat, and they're clearly coming right back in again.
The 1-0 is taken, strike one.
A nice adjustment right there for him to get on top of that baseball and drive it to the corner. The first pitch he obviously tried to overthrow, got under it, and it sailed on him a little bit.
And this ball runs away for ball two. 2-1. Now the 2-1. 2-2 the count. Not where he wanted that fastball to be, and it's 3-2 now.
You can bet they'd love ball four here. That gives the pitcher on deck an obvious bunt situation to move the runner into scoring position.
Collins is there, and he has it for the out. Next up will be the Phillies pitcher. Aaron Nola comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And a breaking ball stays outside.
No strike.
The 1-0 home. 1-1 the count.
No, that's foul.
The 1-1 is in there for the second strike. Hit to third. And a base hit into left field, so they've got themselves a one-out base runner.
He had him on the ropes right there. Count leverage, 2 strikes against the batter. He's going to have to put that in the memory bank, because that guy made a nice 2-strike approach right there. Made a nice 2-strike adjustment.
In now, Cesar Hernandez, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. He's 1 for 2 in this one. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Breaking ball stays high. Hit out towards second. Slide and a stop by Walker. There's one, but they won't get 2 as he beats the relay to first.
Now batting, the center fielder.
Here's the center fielder, Odubel Herrera. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. First pitch on its way. A changeup that just catches the bottom of the zone for a strike.
As a hitter right here, you have to tell yourself, I can't get too big. Don't let the moment get away from me. A nice bullet in the gap gets the job done in this situation.
Line towards center field, and that's in there. Base hit.
The right fielder, number 28, Jason Worth.
Here's Jason Worth as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield.
Yeah, Matty B, no one outside of Jason Worth has seen more pitches per plate appearance in the last 5 years in the National League. He likes to take them deep in the count.
And the 2-out threat will not come to pass. Trying to pick things up where we left off, Tyler Collins, as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. 0-1 count, and the pitch. Hit down the line at first, but this will wind up a foul ball, strike 2. That's lifted the other way out to left. Galvis trying to get there. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
The pitcher, Johnny Amaya.
Next to hit will be the pitcher, Johnny Amaya. He successfully laid down a sac bunt in his last plate appearance. And a neck-high fastball that time. Now the 1-0. Count now a ball and a strike. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Line drive to center field. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit.
He came to play today, not just only on the bump right there. He's throwing the ball well, but on the offensive side of the ball, he's able to contribute and help this offense put itself in position to score some more runs.
Breaking ball taken right down the middle. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. This is line to left, but pretty much right at the left fielder as he takes it in for the second out.
The batter, number 15, second baseman, Neil.
Digging in once again, Neil Walker. 0 for 2 for him to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Good breaking ball that time, in for a strike. Comes set, and the 0-1 fouled off. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is. And that'll bring up the Sacramento product, Rhys Hoskins. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
1 ball, no strikes to count. The 1-0. Hard hit toward the hole. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Now batting, left fielder, Nick Williams.
Ready for another shot now, Nick Williams. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. From the stretch. Off the plate and away there. 1 ball, no strikes. Hoskins gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And I believe they'll say he broke the plane, as yes he did. It's ruled a strike. Outside, 2-1.
We've seen him go down on strikes more than once in this game, so this has been a better approach by him at this at-bat. Much more patient, and he's gotten himself into a good hitter's count.
Hard hit towards center. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that third at-bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
Into the box now, Andrew Knapp. Now a bunt attempt here. This gets foul. It's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball. Well, it's been a good outing so far, but he hasn't really racked up the strikeout totals that you might think, Dan.
Yeah, it amazes me how every game you pitch can be so different, Matt. Sometimes it feels like guys can't touch you and you're just punching everyone out. But other times, you don't have your good stuff and you really rely on movement and location to get outs. That's been the case for him today, and it's really working. Well, there's the pitcher's best friend right there. The inning was off to a rough start, right? But nothing changes that like a good old 2-ball. We'll see if they can strand the runner at third now.
And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Collins sprinting after it. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. We'll see the powerful Ryan. Stepping up to the plate, Ryan Braun. He'll lead it off as we start the home 6th.
Ryan Braun.
Good breaking ball there. Had him frozen. Strike 1.
You know, guys, sometimes guys don't like pulling the trigger 0-0. They want to see something go by, calibrate the speed, calibrate the brake, and then make their adjustments off that. Maybe that's the case right here.
Hit in the air down the right field line. Worth on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning. Striding forward now, the Brewers cleanup hitter, Travis Shaw. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. And he squares up on this one. Deep to straightaway right. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul. So a missed opportunity there. 1-1.
That's not a bad pitch right there. That two-seamer moving away from a left-handed hitter. Didn't get the strike, but I like the idea behind the pitch.
Count moves to a ball and 2 strikes now. And he struck him out. The 10th victim set down on strikes thus far. Eric Thames will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the 4th. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. The windup and the 0-1. And he gets a piece of it here, but it's chopped foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And that one just missed outside.
Boy, it's hard to sit on an 0-2 fastball. I think that pitch just locked him up a bit. But lucky for him, it was just a little out of the zone.
And the inning will continue as that's through for a 2-out hit. 2-out success, and Stephen Vogt will bat next.
Hey, I can't fault the pitcher right now, but he better make an adjustment. This guy came into the game ice cold, but after 3 knocks, to give him another chance to beat you seems foolish.
Here's the Philadelphia manager on his way out to the mound now. And it would appear he's seen enough of his starter this afternoon. Standing in now, Stephen Vogt. As he'll take a look at a slider that can't make it back to the corner. It's ball 1. The 1-0 home finds the zone, strike 1.
Oh, he thanks his lucky stars right there getting away with that hanger. I cannot believe he didn't pull the trigger on that pitch.
A little behind on that swing, and now he'll try to shorten up maybe and protect the plate. The 1-2. Drives it to deep right field. Worth going back. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Brewers strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Back here at Miller Park in Milwaukee. We're on to the 7th now with the Brewers out on top. If you're joining us late, good time to get caught up as there's our game summary to this point. And this one's not close. It's in the dirt for ball 1. Hit out towards second. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, the pitcher, Luis Garcia.
Tommy Joseph will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 19, Tommy Joseph.
Hit on the ground out to short. Garcia fields it cleanly. And very quickly there, they're 2 gone to start the inning.
Now batting.
So the Phillies batting order turns over and set to go. Cesar Hernandez. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. Here's the 0-1. Up around the face. The 1-1 home. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Here's the 1-2 delivery. Changes up on him, but that's in the dirt for a ball.
He got ahead with 2 good fastballs and then tried to drop the changeup to see if he'd be out in front. Did a great job of laying off that pitch right there. Interested to see where he goes now.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Collins is going to have room out there. As
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Philadelphia, number 50,
And that'll bring in the speedy Keon Broxton. He'll match up with a new pitcher to begin their half of the seventh. And that's in there for strike one. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
Hey, back when I first broke into the big leagues, a lot of the pitchers wanted to work east to west. Now, with such an uptick in velocity, these guys are working north-south. That's just a great elevated fastball with serious velocity.
And he struck out again. That's the third time he's gone down on strikes in this one. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Here's the 0-1 pitch. There's a fastball that just misses. Ball one. We're in the seventh inning now. The pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Neris typically throws a lot of strikes coming in out of the bullpen, resulting in low walk totals, although he has been snake bitten by the home run ball at times in the past.
One of the keys for this guy, Matt, is not being afraid to attack the strike zone. With that said, he is prone to giving up the home runs. I think one of the cause of that, Matty V, he leaves a lot of pitches up in the strike zone. He needs to be down in the zone when he's effective.
Grounded to short. Crawford fields it cleanly. And that will conclude matters here in the seventh. 3 up, 3 down for Milwaukee. They still lead it 2-1.
Corey Knebel. Leading off for Philadelphia, center fielder.
Here comes the first pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball one. The 1-0 home. Lifted into center field. Broxton's under it. Makes the play, 1 away. Digging in to try it again, Jason Worth. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Inside.
A fastball that just misses inside. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. The 1-0 is a fastball well off the plate, but offered at for a strike. And he pops it up, and that'll slice just foul at the last moment. The 1-2. Tried to hold up there. Appeal down to first, and no swing. It's ball two. The pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the eighth. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now. 3-2.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
And he lays off ball four. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game. Digging in and looking for more, Rhys Hoskins. He singled his last time up. Rajay Davis will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 25, Rajay Davis.
Down and away, 1 ball and no strikes. And you see the numbers there. He's been very dangerous at the plate, to say the least. The 1-0 home. Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. And that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Well, D-Roll, there's another base hit, making it first and second. They're piling up the hits on the day, but so far not many runs to show for it.
Yeah, definitely a few knocks in the cupboard makes you feel good, and the batting average goes up, but that doesn't help you win ball games. Somebody's got to come up with a nice AB with runners in scoring position.
Broxton will have plenty of room as he makes the catch, and there's a big out, number 2. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Andrew Knapp. Not much in the way of productivity from him so far, but he's got a chance to come through here in a crucial spot.
Yeah, it's time now that he has to put the rest of those bats behind him, because none of that matters if he can clutch up when it really counts. That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
2-0 now. In the dirt. It's 3-0 now.
2 on, 2 out with a base open here. As a pitcher, you have to be awful careful. You just don't want to groove something here and give this guy a pitch that he can hit one out of the park on.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Here's a shot to right field, and that's going to be in for a base hit. And they will hold that possible tying run at third, as even with 2 away, they decide to put the stop sign on. And that'll bring in J.P. Crawford, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And he lays off a pitch in there for the first strike.
Getting that first pitch strike is really important when you're dealing with the bases loaded behind you. Good job to give himself the advantage there.
Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. The 1-1 home. Now this is on the ground to second. Is he going to get out of this? Over to first. He does get out of it, and the inning is over. Phillies leave him loaded. They're down 2-1. Rajay Davis will stay in the ball game as he'll take over at first base. There's a fastball right over the inside corner. Set to deliver the 0-1. Sliders in for a strike. The 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out. Ready for another shot now. Neil Walker, who was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. And he'll take strike 1 on the fastball, registering at 93 that time. Swing and a miss as Walker's in a hole here. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 runs, 6 hits, and no errors on the Milwaukee line score so far.
Batter's going to have to find a way to regroup right there. That caught too much of the plate. He knew it. He missed it. He might not get another opportunity to put the ball in play.
So it was a strikeout swinging. Neil Walker becomes out number 2 this inning. Set, here it comes. Thought he had the inside corner that time, but it missed for ball 1. A high fastball is in there.
You know, if I'm the hitter right here, I'm like, okay, you want to come get some early in the count? I was about to wait you out, but now game on.
2 balls and a strike to count. Now the 2-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Pereira's there. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Anthony Swarzak takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door. Digging in the switch hitter, Freddie Galvis, head-to-head against Anthony Swarzak. He's 1 for 2. 9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1. Swarzak has tossed more than 500 innings at the big league level and sports an ERA right around the major league average at just over 4.
That's foul ball.
Checks his swing here, but he does so in time. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3. The 3-1. Taken, strike 2.
Count is full. 3-2.
Now the 3-2 pitch. Gets him looking at the knees for the strikeout.
The pitcher number 60, Hector Neris.
David Peralta will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 6, David Peralta.
Pulled high in the air out to right field. Collins is after it. 2 down. Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Cesar Hernandez, who comes into this appearance in the midst of a 1-for-4 day. Maikel Franco will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the bases empty. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1. Head-to-head against Anthony Swarzak. He's gone 2 for 5. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Pulled high in the air out to left field. He brings it in, and the Brewers have finally found their way back into the win column as this ball game is over.
Well, listen, there's no doubt they were pressing during that 7-game losing streak, but that's behind them now. Now they can play a little bit freer, which is the way this game is supposed to be played anyways.
Pitching and defense game, 2-1 the final score this afternoon. The Milwaukee Brewers took the lead in the 4th and held on until the end. Johnny Amaya notches his 3rd win of the year. Aaron Nola struck out 10 in the losing effort. Anthony Swarzak hammers down the save, his 17th on the year. So that's it for us this afternoon. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, log on to theshownation.com.